So yeah, hats off to GSJJ, who not only trusted me to design my own neon sign, they probably also trusted me to just pull it out of the box and enjoy it. But nope, I am pulling it out of the box and I am going to customize it by hand. Let's get started. So I wasn't entirely sure exactly what medium I was going to use to do this just yet. I wanted something that was going to be really bright, something that stuck, that I wasn't going to have to worry about accidentally scraping off when I was putting it up. And I wanted something that was going to be super transparent. I had a look through what I had and sort of had some various options, and then I decided on the Sennelier shellac ink. It is super pigmented and super transparent. But being ink, I thought it probably wouldn't actually stay on the plastic. I wondered if maybe it would bead up, which is why I was going to use the glazing medium from Golden as kind of like a binder. Pulling out the old swatch decks just to decide which colours I think I might want to use. I've decided, in order to get kind of like a nice sort of fluffy blended effect, I'm going to use this makeup brush, which I actually use usually with alcohol markers to get a blended effect also. So my mind kind of thought probably would also work for this maybe. When I ended up mixing the ink and the glazing medium, it kind of went like a light opaque color. Now I'm assuming, being a glazing medium, it's gonna have to be transparent at some point. So I assume once it dries, it's gonna be transparent again and not this light color, but it just didn't look great and I was not particularly confident. I thought maybe if I added more ink, then it would look more pigmented. And then I decided to scrap the whole thing together. It just wasn't working, so let's start again. After dropping the ink on, I had a sudden realization that this is shellac ink. Shellac tends to be kind of more of a plasticky, bindery effect anyway. I don't know why it didn't occur to me before, but this ink should just stick on as it is without a problem. Ugh, cat. I just recently bought a new green, and for whatever, this green has some like really weird floaty bits in it, which really just looked awful on plastic. I have no idea what's going on with that. If anyone has an idea, let me know, because my old ink was years and years and years old and never had this problem, so I don't think it's been sitting on the shelf too long. I think there's something else going on there. Thankfully, green is not a primary color, so I just decided to mix my own green. And after those little setbacks at the start, it all went pretty smooth sailing. And it was actually quite fun putting the rest of the colours on and blending them. And it came out pretty much how I was hoping it would. So what I didn't tell you is this video is also a little bit of a studio revamp. I really want this sign to go on this shelf here, but this whole section just looks awful and it just doesn't work for my background anymore. It used to work in my old studio, doesn't work in this studio, so I'm just going to redo the whole thing and make it worthy of this new sign. Also, one other thing. Between filming my intro and filming painting the sign, I actually went roller skating with my daughter. And a kid fell on my foot, and my foot went one way and my whole body went the other way and my knee went pop. I have absolutely no idea how I'm gonna climb up onto this table and get rid of all the stuff off of the shelves, but my knee doesn't actually hurt, but it does feel really unstable. So I guess we'll just have to see how we go. So the sign is supposed to be screwed into a wall. So what I got given with the sign was like stuff to put into a wall, not really stuff to go into a shelf, and also the holes on the sign are either side rather than in the middle. So I sort of had an idea of how I thought I was going to keep it there, which was with blue tack and like fishing wire attached to hooks at the edge of the shelf, but it just wasn't quite working as I was hoping it would. And my husband actually came to the rescue and pointed out that I already had some like L-shaped brackets in the studio which I was using to put a different sign up somewhere else that I could just use to screw into the top of the shelf, and it worked perfectly.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy with how it turned out. What do you think? I think it looks way better as background than it did previously. So I promised you a GSJJ giveaway at the end of this video, didn't I? So here's the deal. Here's what we've got to do. 1, follow me, Akata Illustrations, and GSJJ at GSJJ_official. This is going to be on all 3 of my platforms, so if you want to enter 3 times, follow on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. 2, comment what you would like to design if you want, and like the video. And in 2 weeks, I will pull names from a hat. There'll be 1 winner from each platform, so that's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So again, you can enter 3 times if you want. And the winners get a $30 coupon for whatever product you want that GSJJ make. So they not only do neon signs, they also do, let me read off the list. They do pins, keychains, stickers, patches, lanyards, wristbands, and a bunch more things. If you want to see some of my actual artwork, which you didn't really get to see much of in this video, feel free to follow me at all of these social medias here. And if you want to see some more of my videos, maybe you'd like the time that my old studio got so messy that I actually couldn't even walk into it, and decided that then and there I had to clean it and just like totally revamp the whole thing. You can see that one at the end of this video. Big thank you to GSJJ again for supporting me and providing this beautiful sign that will forever remind us to trust the process and do not panic in the moment. And I guess until next time I have time to sit down and film something and then edit it. Okay, bye! By the way, I forgot to mention, you know how at the start of this video I stuffed my knee up? Well, got the MRI back and turns out I've completely destroyed my ACL. It's gone. I've fractured my tibia, I've like torn another muscle somewhere in there, and there's some other little like bruising and blood things happening. So, that's gonna be fun. Anyway, probably shouldn't have been climbing around this table, should I? Okay, bye!